I was going to show you how easy it would be to take these taillights off the proper way, but instead we're taking the long road. Once you've gotten the IKEA hardware out of your early model, recently Dope Fiend owned early model Dyna, now here is your blinker wires that you just cut off. Instead you could have took these two screws off and went like this. Oh, you can unplug them. All right, wheels out. I'm gonna, oh my God. Should I just pull this shit off now and bite the bullet or leave it? I think we'll just leave it. I'm gonna put one of our axle adjuster setups. We have axle adjusters in stock, Trent. I'll put one of our axle lock kits on it. This wheel is gonna look so much better because it looks awful right now. So I'm gonna pull the wheel and then start pulling some wiring. Won't be using those.
Blue dot on some of the lights.
You know, I don't know. It's like something you can order them that way specifically too. You can get the blue dot or not blue dot. I don't know what it's all about. Some sort of safety bullshit, I'm sure, but or maybe it's just a look. Don't know. Never really looked into it enough or cared enough. Safety's never been my first concern.
Safety third.
Safety third, brother. Not tight at all. Good Lord. I will not be putting these bolts back in. Put some real shit in there. Those guys are in there, fully rusted. Little blue Scotch-Brite pad. Make this brake rotor look fancy. Spruced, fully spruced. Somebody at one time removed the blinkers on this thing and put little plugs, little caps to blink them off. But all they did was cut the wires off. I'm gonna show you guys the proper way to do this, and I'm gonna show you how easy it is so you realize what a hack job this is. So we're gonna start with just taking off the blink or the tail light. Oh, well, that explains that. Oh my God! So the tail light housing is broken, has bolts and nuts. Oh my God! This is mega hack. Mega hack is what this is. Love working on the old do-it-yourself, the old DIY jobs. So apparently somebody blew the holes out for these, and instead of just spending the $13 and putting a new taillight base on it, they spent all this time and hacking some shit together, putting through bolts on it, which this will all be changed. I'm not letting something leave here like this. You cocksucker. Right on, brother. Modified this bad boy myself in the garage. Sure as shit did. Sure did, Billy Bob. Chop, cut, rebuild. And the best part about it is they didn't even use the same hardware from one side to the other. You know, you just use whatever's on the floor, whatever you find in your pile of trash in the old corner of the garage there. There's nothing wrong with doing it yourself in the garage. I did it myself for years too, but I did a good job and I bought the right shit. If you can't afford to put the right stuff in, don't do it. Save your money. Wait, be patient. If you gotta order it, order it. Do the right shit though. Not this shit. Like, this is cheap. It probably cost as much to go source up this bullshit lawnmower hardware that's in here. Or this is like some shit left over from your old lady's IKEA. This is extra IKEA nuts and bolts hardware. Wedged in this thing beautifully. I'm almost there. I was gonna show you how easy it would be to take these taillights off the proper way, but instead we're taking the long road. Once you've gotten the IKEA hardware out of your early model, recently Dope Fiend owned early model Dyna, now here is your blinker wires that you just cut off. Instead you could have took these two screws off and went like this. You can unplug them. It's that easy. Now you don't got hot blinker wires hanging out of the back of your shit right there. And this guy is completely fornicated, so I'm gonna have to put a different taillight bucket on it. Ah! We got one on the wall right there. Taillight bucket, beautiful. Do you have any screws?
Nope.
Curses. We'll all be a mother fornicator. Now, just look at how easy it is to do it the proper way. You know what? I'm gonna spruce that guy up a little bit, like a spruce goose. Do we have a chrome laydown plate, Trent? Rachel, what's up? How are you?
Good, how are you guys doing?
Wonderful.
Damn, you guys changed a lot. Where's your couch at? And your karaoke?
She's going right there.
Karaoke? Wow.
Yeah, I have. Well, I have all that. I need to set it up. I think about it every day.
Anyways, reason for my visit. I was wondering if I could get some pricing on two things and a possibility when I can bring my bike over here. Is that Trenton's? Is that his?
That is his
area
department.
expertise there?
That's Trenton's areola. Plastic that's scratchy so I can scratch this old wax off of here. Trying to get her off and get her not looking so crappy. This bike is real clean, it just needs some love. Probably be a different motorcycle when I'm done with it. So, I still gotta take the wheel apart. I don't wanna do that right now. I only wanna do things that I wanna do today. So I'm gonna deal with that wheel in the morning. I disassembled most of it. I still gotta take the tire and the bearings out. I don't really have a clean place to take the bearings out right now. So I'm gonna deal with that in the morning. But right now, you know, I was talking about I gotta take the wheel out to get to the actual wiring to pull for the handlebars. This guy right here, which this dude is dry rotted as hell and was really hard to get out, so I'm gonna put another one in. But it's a cap, it goes right here. Can you see in there, that guy? You pull that guy out and there's a wad of wiring right here that is always a really hard son of a beeswax to get moving. And it's usually pushed up in here. This, oh, just let go of it. Wow, dude, that thing is stiff. Oh, good Lord. Stiffer than me when I was 16. So this big wad of wiring right here is the wiring that you have to pull through this whole backbone all the way up out the front to get the wiring out so you can unplug the handlebars. So you got to give her a little, which this is really a two-man job. I kind of need Trent for this, but normally, come on, baby, take it out the back door. 20 plus years old, so it gets stiffer than a board. Really hard to pull through. Man, it's like a really bad case of hemorrhoids, like your guts just totally blew out the bottom right there. This is a dangler. This is when you need a soft bit of moisturizing baby wipes, maybe a Sips bath, and you just gotta tuck them back in. Now, you gotta push it up through the hole and pull it out the front of the neck here. Normally, need somebody to feed it for you. Aye. If you've got a friend or a girlfriend or a non-binary friend or something that can help you out, a well-trained dog or a raccoon. I really, really want to get a pet raccoon. And I think you can legally have them in the state of Arizona. I had quite a few friends that had pet raccoons when I lived in Oregon, so I'm thinking like I can make that happen really. Let's get rid of this guy. This is just a little bullshit charcoal canister that does absolutely nothing, but the government makes you have it on there. I tend to throw them in the trash as often as possible. Something is still hanging me up right here. I'm gonna cut all these zip ties off. Whoever worked on this before, thankfully put an abundance of zip ties on it. You can pull this little rubber guy out of the back that's been shoved all the way up into the frame for some reason. Everything's a hand workout, you know. Whoa! If you've got a real limp-wristed throwing style, this is a good way to toughen up the old hands. All right, dude, now we're pulling with gas. You don't want to go just yanking either because you do have plugs on the end of this, and if you pop one of them plugs off, then you ain't ever getting this shit out. So it's just kind of put pressure on it and massage it through. Maybe get another little push down here. Now, also, this is just like the blinkers in the back. Somebody just cut the blinkers off and they were literally just zip tied to the handlebars hanging down like this. You could just go like this. You could just unplug them and throw them in the trash and do it properly. And then you just suck that plug back in there and everything's clean as a whistle and no one will ever know. When you're a professional hacksmith, things are done differently. We're gonna unplug the headlight because I'm gonna clean this dude up. Just get him out the way for a bit. We're gonna get that little headlight out of the way for a while. It's a happy little headlight. Keep on yanking. Gotta get a little more of my guts shoved back in the old back hole here. So dirty back here, it's like a brown hole. Trent's gonna help me finger blast these wires through the backside of this thing.
Push or pull?
Push, I'm bringing them out.
As far out as it goes.
That would be like one of the only times in my career that I would like to have one of those big hooks.
Pull the gas tank full time.
No, it doesn't do that on the 05, 04.
Oh, it's welded above.
Yeah. I'm almost all the way out. I just can't get to the last plug. Get you out of the way. There's throttle side. Damn it. I'm out of length. I ain't got the length, which I just need like a couple more inches. I feel like a lot of you might experience that at home once in a while. I feel like I need to get some extends in the back of this so I can pull the wiring through a little bit farther. It's just got one little, I just need that one extra inch. Oh, it's so fun for the fingers in there. Oh, there we go. Come on. Yes. I got you as good as I think I'm gonna get it. All right. Good Lord. That was brutal on the fingers. Broke my prophylactic. I'm gonna drop the lift down, depin these guys. We'll start pulling wire through the handlebars, and then we're gonna reverse that process of shoving everything back down the neck of it and pulling it back out the ass. It's brutal. I also just realized this thing has all chrome controls on it, which is really nice. They're all kind of tarnishy. See, like it's all like just yucky. See the yuckiness? It's not like pretty chrome. I'm gonna hit all this with some steel wool, make it look real nice, and then we'll get back to putting shit back together. I'll do one over here for demonstration. Little steel wool, same on this guy. See how this is all hazy from years of hard water and tarnished and just looks like just shit everywhere? We're gonna make it shitless. This is gonna be clean shitless with some steel wool. This is number 000 steel wool. I bet there's an Amazon link that I can put down in the description below. I'll look that up and set it up for you guys, and you can just get a little bit of that. Here, watch this section right here. Real tarnishy, real shitty looking. Look at that. It's like a ShamWow. It also soaks up hookers' blood. Isn't that what the ShamWow guy went to prison for? Like beating up hookers or something? I think I know the guy who went to prison for something. Him and the OxyClean dude. OxyClean dude OD'd to cocaine on a plane. Look at the difference. Steel wool side, oxidated side. Oxidation. She's been cleansed. Yeah, this is actually Big Matt taught me this. So I got all hyped up about the steel wool, and the fork legs were oxidized and shit. I was like, man, I wonder what it would do to these. I'm gonna try it out. It's probably gonna annihilate the coating, but I just gave her a light rub down, and it looks a whole lot better. It doesn't like do a whole miraculous thing like it does on the whatchamacallit, the chrome, but let's go over to the other side and I'll show you a little demonstration where it's still gnarly. Here's a good point back here. Gets like that brown haze to it in the clear. That goes away nicely. It's a nice trick. Thank Matty Bags for that little bit of information right there. We're gonna depin these guys, which I got a little ahead of myself. Should show you this if you've never depinned any wires before. This is your plug. Just pop this guy out of there. It's your little safety clip that keeps everything together. Here's your wiring. You should draw a diagram or maybe take a picture if you haven't done this much in your life, but I mean, I've done it enough, I know where they go. And I usually just plug the plug into the other side and match them up, which I'll show you that in a second actually. I guess I could just show you how I cheat. That one's a tough cunt there. Aren't you coming out, bud? Just pop them little clips back. slide out the backside, keep your little rubber guy in there, you don't want to lose him. This is our left side, headlight controls. These are it's easy to tell just by the colors of the wires. These are your high-low beams. Power, get out of here. This is all your headlight controls. This is horn shit. Damn it, I'm wrong. There we go. There's your headlights. Horn shit, whatever else stuff. I usually just get rid of this blinker and horn stuff altogether and not run those wires. But this bike's a little more stock, so we're gonna leave them in there. Little wire shove. Grab a hook. All right, that's one side of wiring down. Let them stay. Do we got any grips, Trenton? Ooh, do we have a throttle tube to go along with them? And that's how you pull some pins and pull some wire through some stuff. Now I'm going to clean this dude up and put the clutch back on, which, that's not really how I want to run it. I'm going to try and stick it through here, which ain't going to fit with all this bullshit on here. Probably going to hook this up, disconnect the clutch cable, and reroute it up through this guy instead of it being out like this, but I can at least get it mounted for now. We got a throttle tube? Oh, beautiful.
Kind of.
That's a little stiff.
I don't know if it's the bar or, I mean, it's a little easier.
The Speed King's bars, the chrome's too thick on them all the time. Everybody had to sand down a bunch of them.
Yeah, I mean, we have a tube right here.
I love the Speed King's bars. The bends are my favorite to ride with, but the chroming is a little on the thick side most of the time. Sometimes, depending on the throttle tube you have to kind of give that a little sanding. And these bolts look like shit, though. Stuff works wonders on a million different things. Ooh, look what I got. Bear grips. These are our homie Sea Bears company right here. Nice grips. That's what I run on my stunt bike. They're easy. They feel nice. They're easy to install. They're on our website. Pretty much always available. I'll pull all this back apart and Loctite everything and final assemble the shit, but right now it's kind of just get it together. I'm gonna move the clutch cable to a different location. I'll move a bunch of stuff around and get her all dialed in, but today I just want to get it together, make sure all my shit's gonna work. Man, look how pretty that thing's coming along. Mr. Joey 55. Joey Robinson is coming to town this weekend. We're gonna do a little shredding, a little friendliness get-togethering. Gotta be really nice to have my car ready by the time he got here because he's bringing his truck. I think I can make that happen. But look at this thing. I'm really turning a turd into a gem in the matter of moments. I've got half a day into this thing so far, which I'm not moving as fast as I want to because there's other things to do and all that other shit, but it's still coming along pretty good. It looks like a different motorcycle, at least in this section right now. It looks quite pretty. I think I'm not ready to put a headlight on. I need to move the clutch cable. I need to do a bunch of stuff, but I'm also kind of wanting to call it a day because it is about that time. I'm going to pull the old towel off this guy. We'll get a nice look at it. Tomorrow, I got the parts for that master cylinder that we started out on this morning that we totally got sidetracked onto a completely different job and different shit like always. But tomorrow we're going to get back and we'll be doing the how to do a master cylinder rebuild and a Mueller easy pull hydraulic setup, which I honestly didn't know they made those until today. Trent got all those parts. I love the Mueller easy pull for the regular cam style, so I'm sure this one's going to be awesome. It'll be fun to try it out. We can tell you guys how it goes. We won't be able to ride the thing until the pressure plate gets here, but that's going to be probably a couple weeks, it looks like. But I can at least get the master cylinder, all that stuff together and show you guys how that's done and kind of go from there. And then we'll get back on this because I want to get this knocked out as much as possible, as fast as possible, because we've got that big old baddie to finish back there, and then I've got a soft tail over there that needs to be done, and then I've got a 100th anniversary over there. It's got a big old motor in it. That's going to be a real nasty build and a lot of stuff to do, so stay posted, like, subscribe, ring that bell, tell 2 friends, and go to KRUESIoriginals.com and buy some shit. We got t-shirts, they're cool, parts, all kinds of parts all day long. KRUESI Originals, peace.